Melbourne, this is Monster Jam! Australia, this is JCB Racing. 10 drivers have been randomly seated into the bracket. Now they're going head to head to get to that final round because only one driver can come out on top. Come on, Melbourne, I need to hear you if you're ready for JCB Racing. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. The first competitor, Michael Vaughters Jr., the amazing Spider-Man. He's going head-to-head with Matt Cody, JCB Digatron. A beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Melbourne. It's all come down to this first competition, JCB Racing. And you have two competitors right here getting ready to see if they can move on to round two to face off against El Toro Loco. Also, what I love about these international series as well is that you get competitors who don't get to face each other very often, so unique matchups. I'm excited to see this one here. Michael Vaughters Jr. taking a break from Monster Jam in 2020 and making his return here this year. Now, you do have Matt Cody, the 2024 Arena Series champion in his championship series, and also an international series veteran, but his first time competing in JCB Digatron. Going to see how he is going to do going against the amazing Spider-Man. Getting ready to get this competition set up. And once again, you do have the JCB Racing competition bracket on the board. Now, we've been talking to you. We've been breaking it down, showing you everything around the world. But now it's time to get the action started here in Melbourne. So they move to the line. JCB Digatron getting set. The amazing Spider-Man getting set. Let's go green. Waiting to get official word here from our team, and they are saying that they are going to rerun. I did see the light go green there on the starting line. So if you look at the end zones here, each end of the stadium, that's how the drivers are alerted to go. You do have those staging lights. One light will go amber yellow. Once they are set at the line, the second light goes amber yellow, and then it goes green. That is how they know when to kick off this race. Michael Vaughters Jr. stayed at the line, so they say they are going to rerun it. Not sure if it was a light situation, if it was something with the truck, but going to go ahead and restage them. That's not how you want to kick off this event, but it looks like we're right back at the line, so we're going to do it one more time. Going to go ahead and get them reset here on the track. All this buildup got extended just a little bit more, so let's try this one more time. The amazing Spider-Man set. JCB Digatron set. Let's go green. Restaging them one more time. Okay, third time's the charm here. Let's see if they're able to get this thing going. They're set. Here we go. And your winner, Matt Cody, JCB Digatron, able to get the victory. And he moves on to round 2 of JCB Racing. So what a unconventional start here to the competition. You saw stage lighting issues, it seemed. Matt Cody made it around once, and then here on the Super Glued to the Action replay, when they're finally able to run it, overboard goes the amazing Spider-Man. So battling these track conditions, these staging lights. We're going to catch up here in a second with Lindsay Noble when she's ready to go, because I need to see if she has any insight of what's going on behind the scenes. So we'll give you that here in just a second. But Matt Cody, JCB Digatron, moving on, and he'll be facing off against El Toro Loco. So also, just a notice here for you guys here at Amy Park. If you look around those green seats at the bottom area, you see we have some light black scrim. Now, that is your safety hold protection. If anyone is below that, we are not able to run our races. So if you are below that black hold scrim there going around the arena, or the stadium, I should say, please be aware we are not able to fire or run those trucks if anyone is below those. That is for your safety. Now, Lindsay, I do want to go ahead and go to you real quick here, Lindsay, because I need to know what's happening. I'm up here in the booth, and I could not see if it was a staging issue or not, and what's going on out there on the track.
Thanks, Ray. Yeah, it was just a staging issue. He just didn't see the lights. Of course, it is pretty sunny out here in Australia, and they were a little bit difficult to see yesterday during practice as well. So right now we've got his crew chief on at camera, and of course he's looking by. And, you know, it's so important that our crew chiefs are speaking with their drivers throughout each event. They're really kind of their eyes and ears for Monster Jam, for this track, specifically in JCB Racing. There are just so many moving parts, so that's something that, you know, oftentimes our fans don't realize our crew takes such a big pivotal role in. But as they're going ahead and they're going to pull the amazing Spider-Man over here, you can know for sure that we have the best safety equipment in Monster Jam. We have the best safety equipment in the world. And so he's got a 5-point harness in there. He's good to go. He's already been communicated with, and of course we're about to pull that over. But there's still so much more with the bracket and so much more to come, right, Ray?
Yeah, that's right. And also, Lindsay, one thing I want to talk to you about, because you said they were having issues yesterday in practice. If I'm not mistaken, they moved those staging lights, correct? Or are you aware of that? Because I thought they might have repositioned them, because they said they were having trouble seeing them at the edge of the stadium. Seeing if that was true, because I do see that it might be in a...
They did, in fact, move those during practice, and, you know, that was something that they were taking into consideration. So just now, what I can guarantee, though, is the amazing Spider-Man did not have any truck issues. They are good to go for sure.
Take a look here at
And fans, don't forget that you can be taking pictures and videos today at Monster Jam. As you're taking those, don't forget to tag us at Monster Jam and use the hashtag Monster Jam across all of your social media platforms. We like to see our fans having fun here today. So like I said, take those pictures, take those videos. Don't forget to tag us. You may see yourself on the video board at halftime.
Monster Jam fans, we're going to have some fun while we're here in the stands. What is happening? What is your name?
Asher.
Asher. All right, we're going to play something. Name that truck. You probably saw it earlier. It's really simple. Watch the Monster Jam video board, and we're going to put up a truck, but we're not going to show you what it is just yet. You have to kind of guess that, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's see what we got. You guys shout out the answer if you think you know it. If you can help them out. Oh, it's getting close. What do you think?
Gravedigger?
Almost. It's orange. It's here today.
El Toro Loco.
One more time, a little bit louder.
El Toro Loco.
El Toro Loco. Is he right? Yeah, you got El Toro Loco right. Thank you so much for playing Name That Truck. Got something really cool for you right here. How about that? Gravedigger hat. Have a good time. Who's ready for more Monster Jam? Let me hear you.
All right, so your winner of the last competition was JCB Digatron. Matt Cody moving on. You see there on the bracket, El Toro Loco had the automatic bite of round 2. He is going to be facing off against JCB, so that'll be the first time we see Blake Ranger, El Toro Loco, matching up against JCB Digatron. Getting set here for a second matchup of round 1 as they get ready to move towards the line. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Her first time in Australia competing since 2019. All the way from Quebec, Canada, Cynthia Gauthier, Thor. First time for Cynthia competing in Thor, filling in for Chelsea Van Cleve this weekend. Chelsea Van Cleve has a big weekend there, having her wedding. So Cynthia comes in, says she feels the pressure here to put on a great performance in Chelsea's honor, and maybe also have a reason for Chelsea to celebrate other than her wedding. So congratulations to Chelsea Van Cleve getting married this weekend. Your typical driver for Thor, Cynthia Gauthier. Usually in Lucas Oil Stabilizer, Monster Jam, a veteran. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, as we said, an 88.9 winning percentage in JCB racing throughout his series. Had the highest winning percentage of any runner, or any racer, I should say, in any of the series. And once again, may be having issues once again. So look here on the track. Out come our safety officials, our UNOH safety officials, to check in on Cynthia Gauthier Thor. So we call these gremlins. Whenever these trucks are having issues, it's just those gremlins creeping up. And if you take a look right here on the shot, it's on the opposite end. They're actually jumping her Monster Jam truck, just like you would your vehicle at home. Could be for any of the reasons. Could be of the long travel over. Could be of the weather conditions. And a wonderful shot there from her AV team. You see our UNOH safety officials firing her up. So seeing if Cynthia is able to compete in this competition. If not, Ryan Anderson may be moving on. Hopefully that's not the case here. You see just another great shot there. They're talking to her team and the crew there for son of a digger. It may be a little bit of the announcer jinx as well. I told you, Chelsea Van Cleve unable to compete this weekend. And she has fired up, so she will be able to get to the line and compete. Just drama building up early in this competition and event, but she is going to go ahead and get set at the line. Our two competitors, your second matchup here in round 1 of JCB Racing. Let's go green! And your winner, Cynthia Gauthier Thor, moving on. Cynthia just taking that victory handily. Ryan Anderson just slipping all over that track there, and down goes son of a digger. Thor moving on to round 2, where she'll face off against Jamie Sullivan. Sparkle Smash. Some drama early on, and that'll do it for round 1 of JCB Racing. So you see there on the bracket recap, El Toro Loco will be facing off against JCB Digatron in the second matchup of round 1. Ryan Anderson unable to get the traction he needed going around his first turn, and Son of a Digger falls to Cynthia Gauthier Thor after she's unable to fire in that competition. Just a bit of drama, but she'll be moving on to face off against Sparkle Smash in round 2 of JCB Racing.
Australia, this is round 2 of JCB Racing. Our 2 winners from round 1 are going to be competing against the 6 drivers who had that automatic buy-in into round 2, but only 4 can make it to the semifinal round. Let me hear you if you're ready for more JCB Racing!
Going right into the competition, Blake Granger, Matt Cody, here we go! And your winner, El Toro Loco, Blake Granger. He moves on to the semifinals. And JCB Digatron, Matt Cody goes down. Blake Granger, great time around, did struggle with that landing, but was able to get the win over JCB Digatron. He's your first driver set in the JCB Racing semifinals. Charlie Pocken, Megalodon. He'll be competing against Tony Oaks, Iron Man. Veteran matchup here, Tony Oaks and Charlie Pocken going head to head. Of course, Charlie been competing since 1987, one of the longtime running Monster Jam veterans. Tony Oaks from Pennsylvania, competing since 2016. They are set. Let's go, Green. And your winner, Tony Oaks, Iron Man. He'll be moving on to the semifinals. Going to be facing off against El Toro Loco. First matchup is set there in Monster Jam JCB Racing semifinals. Take a look at the bracket. Blake Granger, Tony Oaks going to be meeting in the semifinals. Charlie Pocken eliminated here in round 2 of JCB Racing. The Australia Tour veteran goes down against Tony Oaks, his second straight year competing in Australia. Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Her opponent, Cynthia Gauthier, Thor. Excited for this matchup right here. This is going to be a fun one. Battle of the ladies. Who moves on to the semifinals? Of course, we did see some drama there from Cynthia Gauthier. Thor unable to fire. See if she's able to fire here in round 2. Jamie Sullivan, first time competing out here in Australia. She's the 2024 Rising Star of the Year. And you see right here, out comes once again the safety officials crew Going to have to give her another jump. Lindsay, if you're able to hear me, what are we seeing out there on the track? What could be causing this?
A lot of gremlins, like you said. I haven't had a chance to talk to our safety official over here. They're communicating back and forth, but what we do see is that jump box out there yet again. One thing we do know about Thor is there was a lot of work done yesterday on this Monster Jam truck. It shouldn't really affect the electrical issues, though. I'm going to talk with our crew and see what they think is going on, but sometimes it just happens to be that there's just a little bit of gremlins in the air. And of course, Cynthia Gauthier, someone that has had some bad luck recently, had some bad luck in Rosemont. So I don't know, fans, I think you need to show her some love. It's time for that luck to turn around.
All right, well, they're set at the line. Let's go green! A close competition, waiting to get official word. Who crossed the line first? Cynthia Gauthier. Thor hit the jump, but slowed down. And they're going to go ahead and go to the super glue. Glue to the action replay. Take a look, Melbourne. She hits the jump, but slows down, and from behind comes Sparkle Smash. Photo finish. But Cynthia Gauthier, Thor, able to get the victory, and she's moving on to the semifinals. Hit the jump first and then hit the slow down next, but able to get the victory. Cynthia Gauthier just battling it out on the track, and she moves on to the semifinals. That was a fun one between these competitors, and what we were saying beforehand has been holding true here. You have Cynthia Gauthier, who's filling in for Chelsea Van Cleve, living up to those expectations of a great driver that Chelsea Van Cleve is. It's just been a fun matchup, seeing these unconventional team-ups here that you'll see on the track. Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, 2024 Rising Star of the Year. First time competing in Australia. But right now, let's get to some Monster Jam veterans. Barry Moosauer, Black Panther. His opponent, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. Now, Barry Moosauer has been out here about 9 times, as Jabari said earlier, so definitely an Australia Tour veteran. Adam Anderson hasn't been out here since 2016, so let's see who moves on. Let's go green! Your winner, Barry Moosauer, Black Panther. Taking a look here at the JCB Racing Competition bracket, your semifinals matchups are set. El Toro Loco was able to take out JCB Digatron. Blake Granger will be facing off against Iron Man, that is Tony Oaks, after he takes out Charlie Pocken. Megalodon, the women were battling it out, that is Sparkle Smash and Thor, but Cynthia Gauthier moving on to the semifinals. You see there on the board, she'll be facing off against Barry Moosauer. Black Panther running away with that competition. And he'll be facing off against Thor there in the semifinals.
Monster Jam fans, this is the semifinal round of JCB Racing. Our fastest 4 drivers have advanced to this round, but only 2 can make it to that final round. Who's ready for more JCB Racing?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for this thing, Jabari. We have the lights flashing out there. You're bringing the energy. The crowd is loud. Well, let's go ahead and fire up these engines here. El Toro Loco, Iron Man, Tony Oaks, Blake Granger. Who's moving on to the finals? Here we go. And your winner, Blake Granger, El Toro Loco. He'll be moving on to the finals. Your first driver is set in JCB Racing Finals. Blake Granger just bringing it out there on the track. Out comes the dirt, flying through the air, and he was flying around the track, taking out Tony Oak's Ironman. So you see there on the board, his first matchup was against Matt Cody, JCB Digatron. And then he meets up with Ironman, able to take out Tony Oak's. El Toro Loco is set in the finals. This has been a fun one so far. And once again, Cynthia Gauthier issues firing. I'm going to get confirmation if she's unable to compete in this competition. I believe the competitor that she took out, Jamie Sullivan Sparkle Smash, would take her place. Okay, so she was tested. Once they fire her up, she will be able to go straight to the line. So if you could give a big round of applause for our UNOH safety officials, tech officials out there on the track, those people in yellow, USHRA, keeping us safe, keeping us going. They do a fantastic job. A fun thing to do throughout the event, look out for those guys. You'll see how they keep them in these competitions. Communication between the crews, between all the competitors out here is so important. You see how it has been playing out for Cynthia, because she's had issues in each and every single competition firing up, but once again, she's able to go. We have Bari Moosauer, Black Panther, facing off against Cynthia Gauthier, Thor. Who's moving on to face off against El Toro Loco? Let's get them set at the line. She's moving forward. Bari Moosauer, Black Panther moving forward. Here we go. Oh my goodness, a close competition. A close competition. We're going to the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Melbourne, take a look. They hit the ramp at almost the same time. They're flying, they're crossing the line. Cynthia Gauthier, Thor, moving on. Are you kidding me? USHRA safety officials, tech crew, keeping her in the competition, having to fire her up, jumpstart her Monster Jam truck 3 times in a row. And she moves on to the finals. Ridiculous. Okay, so I want to see how this plays out. I thought she would have just gone to the line, but she goes back to the starting position. Lindsay, what is going on right here? Cynthia Gauthier just making magic happen, but this is just chaos out there behind the scenes.
Let me tell you guys, it looks a lot crazier than it really is behind the scenes. What's essentially happening here is if you go on vacation, you leave your car for about a week, you know that you may come back and those batteries may not be as strong. Of course, that's something that's happening with Cynthia Gauthier in Thor. There are other Monster Jam trucks having a similar problem. You've got to consider the fact that some of these Monster Jam trucks did come all the way from the States, so there has been a little bit of time since they were started. One thing's for sure, our talented technicians and crew chiefs are working hard to make sure they're communicating with their drivers to make sure each Monster Jam truck is continuing to hold a charge so that their drivers come out here and grab a win.
Melbourne, this is the final round of JCB Racing. Our fastest 2 drivers have made it to this round. But let me tell you, only one can be the JCB Racing champion. Who's ready to meet your final contenders?
Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your final contenders? Who's ready to meet your
He's the reigning world freestyle champion and a two-time world finals champion. 30 years straight competing in Australia. From Lafayette, Louisiana, Blake Granger, El Toro Loco. She's the 2019 high jump world finals champion and first time in Australia since 2019. From Quebec, Canada, Cynthia Gauthier, Thor. What a crazy matchup here. Cynthia Gauthier makes it into the finals against Blake Granger. Let's go. And your winner, Cynthia Gauthier, Thor. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Cynthia Gauthier battling with the truck the entire way and then gets to the finals and runs away with the victory. Takes out Blake Granger, El Toro Loco. And as I said earlier, she is filling in this weekend for Chelsea Van Cleve. Chelsea Van Cleve, our other driver, getting married this weekend. In comes Cynthia Gauthier, a brand new Monster Jam truck. Different team and able to get the victory. Jumps her Monster Jam truck 4 times in a row. It did not stop her. She wasn't slowing down on the track, and she makes her way out of the truck. The goddess of thunder, bringing the thunder, walking away with the victory. I love it for her. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Cynthia Gauthier just jumping around out there. Lindsay, I see you standing by with her. We got to talk to her, man. She's bringing those emotions. Let's get to it.
Congratulations, Cynthia. You know, we were talking about the fact that you were tasting those gremlins up there. It was really just some battery issues, but you hung in there, and each time being able to, of course, start out beating somebody like Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger, and then it continued to go from there. Of course, you're smiling ear to ear. What do these first 10 points mean to you?
Australia, you guys are my lucky charm. Last time I was here, I got the overall, and I did again, get the racing. This is amazing. I could feel the energy in my Monster Jam truck, and this victory for all the lady out there, because we can do it too. Woo!
That's exactly right. Just like that, you're 10 points towards a potential perfect event here. If you were to go ahead and get skills, that Kmart skills competition, and then freestyle, everyone's favorite where you get to put it all out on the track. What can we expect from you in this next competition?
You guys have one of the best lineup out here. I hope you guys are ready because we're just about to start. I know there's a lot of people watching live on YouTube. My family's watching, so I want to say hi. And like I said, I won the victory. I think we deserve it. Thanks to my team. Thanks to everybody. You Monster Jam fans are just amazing. Thank you, guys. Woo!
Congratulations to Cynthia Gauthier. You see, she's just all smiles out there, all the energy. You love to see it. Representing the ladies in this competition, and walks away with the first 10 points. You see on the super glued to the action replay, a wonderful celebration. She said, let's get more dirt in the air out here. We're just having a party out there. Now take a look on the leaderboard. You see, this is how it plays out. Your BKT overall event leaderboard. She is now the driver to beat as she claims the first 10 points. But it works the rest of the way throughout the finish. Blake Granger finishing second. He has 9 points. Tied at third, Black Panther and Iron Man. And then tied for fifth, you have Gravedigger, JCB Digatron. Taking a look at the opposite end of the bracket as we flip it over as well. You have your remaining drivers. So that is how it plays out there on the BKT overall event leaderboard. Of course, coming up next, well, we have our skills challenge presented by Kmart. Some of the most technical moves in the sports and wow factors will be on display out there on the track. It is all coming up next here at Monster Jam Australia.
Monster Jam fans, we are having some fun here in the stands. I'm here with Tom, and we're going to play some Monster Jam trivia. Shout out the answer if you think you know it. Here is our Monster Jam driver with the question. Okay, if you think you know the answer, shout it out. Help Tom out here.
D.
Oh, Tom is ready. He says it's D. Is Tom correct? Oh, yeah, round of applause for Tom, everybody. You know what? I got something for you here. Ooh, it's a Thor toy. Everybody give Tom a round of applause. You too, brother. Come on, you helped out.
BKT is the official tire of Monster Jam, a one-stop shop for all your off-highway tire solutions with amazing quality and value. Check out the wide selection of BKT tires ranging from ATV to agriculture and giant earth mover tires online at bkttires.com.
Down here, our UNOH technicians and our crew chiefs are hard at work. They've gone ahead and they have communicated with their drivers. Something I just want to point out right here is our fuel cell. I'll be able to dive a little deeper in just a little bit about what exactly our Monster Jam trucks are fueled off of and the entire story behind that. But for now, it's time for more action.
Yes, stand by. Yep. You get all these guys back here too. You can look up.
And Melbourne Monster Jam is coming back October 2026. Having so much fun this time around, let's do it again next year. Sign up today and become a priority guest for the first access to tickets before the general public. You can do it only at monsterjam.com. Well, congratulations to Cynthia Gauthier claiming the first 10 points and doing it in dramatic fashion. But it's time to move on to my favorite competition. It is the Skills Challenge presented by Kmart. Now, what you're about to see are some of the most technical in the moves in the sport. And moving on the rest of the way of these competitions, the scoring is up to you. So, Jabari, I know you're with the fans. How did they score for us?
Woo, we're about to get this thing going, Ray. Let me tell you, we are ready up here in the stands. You know what, Monster Jam fans? Monster Jam is completely unscripted. That's right, we do not script this show. It is going to be up to you, the fans, to determine the overall event champion and the winners of this next competition. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. Everybody take out your cell phones and go to your cell phone browser, okay? We're going to go to judgeszone.com. judgeszone.com on your phone browser. We also have this QR code right here that you can scan. That will take you to judgeszone.com as well. Now, you're going to see your city code. That city code in those three X's, MEL. MEL. We also have it on the banister here in red. On judgeszone.com, city code MEL. Now, this is where all the magic happens. You see that BKT tire? Either myself or Ray will let you know when scoring is open. You're going to have 20 seconds to slide that BKT tire into the green to score the highest or down into the red to score low. Or anywhere in between. It's totally cool. It's up to you, so pay attention and get ready to use judgeszone.com. Melbourne crowd, you ready for more Monster Jam?
From Hagerstown, Maryland, it's Michael Vaders Jr., the Amazing Spider-Man. You see the first attempt there from the Amazing Spider-Man, looking to get into that popper. Still has one attempt remaining out there on the track.
Let's hear it for Michael Vaders Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. Right now, Australia, take out your phones, judgeszone.com. 20 seconds, let's lock in those scores now.
See a quick jump on that second maneuver there. On the first one, he was trying to get into that popper. As he went into that maneuver, he came right back down. So wondering if there was some issues there for Michael Vaders Jr. and just trying to get some points there on the board. Go ahead and take a look at the score. On the video board, you have a 4.065 as he kicks off this competition. So making our way here in the skills competition, brought to you by Kmart. That is Michael Vaders Jr. But getting back to the action, he's coming all the way from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Ryan Anderson always bringing something here in the skills competition. He's going to need a big run after that slow start there in JCB Racing. So talking to him before this event, said that he was just going to let the competition come to him, not going to try to force anything, read the track, what does it offer him, and make his maneuvers based off that. Said he had nothing planned going into this event. So see what he's deciding in real time. Could be seeing a bicycle maneuver. So let's find out. Lining up for his first attempt. Here we go. And that's what he was trying, was the bicycle. Wasn't able to get onto the side of those BKT tires. Still has one attempt remaining.
Let's hear it for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Hit the now, 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
That was ridiculous. It was a tail whip combination. Just bouncing it off the obstacle there and getting on those front two BKT tires. It was like a tail whip popper, and then was able to just moonwalk it a bit back and forth. How quick he was able to pull off that maneuver. I thought he was still lining up for his move. He just said, you know what, let me jump right into this. The score for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, is 7.571, so a great second attempt. Unfortunately, you see there the expert score, about a point difference. He was unable to get that first maneuver down. It does affect him, but nevertheless, he is now your leader in this competition. Getting back to the action, you have him coming all the way from Maryland, Matt Cody, JCB Digatron. Getting it lined up on the pod. A tombstone for you. Excuse me, off of the backflip ramp, I should say. Still has one attempt remaining. It's JCB Digatron.
Let's hear it from Matt Cody, JCB Digatron. Scoring is open right now, judgeszone.com. 20 seconds, lock in those scores.
Matt Cody, JCB Digatron, just looking a little bit like Tristan England in there in the JCB Digatron truck. See the finesse moves out there on the track, able to get into a popper coming off of that second attempt. First one, that was a tombstone, lining up those tires and bouncing it off of the backflip ramp. So two great maneuvers. He has a chance there, some great technical moves. Their scores are coming in. And the score for Matt Cody, JCB Digatron, is... You got a new leader, 7.735. Matt Cody, JCB Digatron, your new leader. From Maumee, Ohio, Charlie Pocken, Megalodon. Charlie Pocken taking his time getting around the track, just touring through the whole thing. Says, let me see the sights and sounds. Getting ready to line up for his first attempt, going into a popper. and unable to get that first maneuver down. Traction coming into play for these Monster Jam trucks so far throughout the early part of this event. Still has one attempt remaining. May see a bicycle attempt here. He eyes it. He tries it.
Let's hear it for Charlie Buchan, Megalodon. Scoring is open right now. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
Charlie Parkin breakdancing a little bit out there on the track. You see he goes into that bicycle, trying to get into a sidewall, but hits off of the pod and does a little spin right there. That was a nice attempt there for Charlie Parkin. Curious to see how this plays out. We do have the Judgeszone.com, that is the fan score, and also have the expert score out there. So how will it affect, since he was unable to get off that first maneuver? Let's find out. The score to beat is 7.735, and the score for Megalodon is 6.855. That is currently third place in this competition. Charlie Parkin flips over there, but Matt Cody, JCB Digatron, able to hang on.
It is really heating up here in the skills competition. Charlie Parkin, a huge veteran in the sport, gives you guys a bicycle, tips it over just a little bit too far, and something I'm hearing is that this track is a little bit sticky, so that means that these trucks are going to be having to really react to that. So you saw it in racing, it was pretty slick, and then it changes so often from competition to competition. So looks like he did get a little bit hung up there. I'll be sure to talk to him, see what he was feeling, see what he was thinking behind the wheel. But nonetheless, a great attempt there out of Charlie Parkin. There are still several competitors yet to come. And, you know, I was talking to you guys about the fuel cells, and so I'm going to move to the side so you can see that fuel cell right here on the amazing Spider-Man. And when you guys are looking at that, what you're looking at is a methanol fuel cell. That methanol is from Renegade. And inside of these is actually a wiffle ball, and not just one. You've got over 250 wiffle balls inside of these fuel cells, and that helps to make sure that that fuel is not sloshing around, especially during the skills competition. It's really something that they've been able to implement throughout the season and that they find works really well, especially when they're balancing on those BKT tires. So if you didn't know that, and now you know, you can go home, tell your friends and family that inside of methanol fuel cells is actually going to be wiffle balls. And of course, you are hearing me right, it is run on methanol, not gasoline, so that's something unique about our Monster Jam trucks.
We're down with 4 trucks so far in this competition with 6 remaining, and Matt Cody is at the top with a 7.735. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, that amazing tail whip combination into the popper. That is a 7.571. His first attempt came back to bite him as it was a lower score on the expert score. After that, you have Megalodon, Charlie Parkin, and in 4th place, the amazing Spider-Man. In 4th place, getting back to the action. All the way from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger.
everybody, Grave Digger. Wow, how about that? Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores right now.
Jabari, I know that you were excited for that one, man. You said Bari Moosehour has the world record for donuts, but what'd you think about that from Adam Anderson? He brought the donuts on that one, man. That was awesome. Adam Anderson has one attempt out there on the track if they do the donut run. So he only has one attempt, but he made it worth it. And, of course, bringing the splash at the end. The scores are locked. This has a chance to take the lead. It's going to be close. The score to beat, a 7.735. And the score for Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, is... takes the lead, 8.418. 8.418, enough to get it done. Gravedigger is now at the top. 8.418 is now the score to beat. Moving forward, bump it down to the second spot. JCB Digatron, Matt Cody. Plenty of rotations there for Adam Anderson, and even got into a cyclone on that run. Good to see if he's able to fire up and drive off under his own abilities, or will we have the JCB Dirt Squad pull him off? He does fire up. Donuts paying off there. Even leave the tire burns in the dirt. If you look down where he was spinning, leaving the marks there, that is from the tires burning onto the track from the friction. An impressive run there from Adam Anderson, an old school run. We still have 5 competitors remaining. Melbourne, you guys ready for some more Monster Jam? Having fun here in the land down under. But, of course, you just saw Adam Anderson. Gravedigger saw his brother Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Seen plenty of legendary drivers out there on the track. But coming up next, we have another Monster Jam veteran been competing since 2016. It's Tony Oaks, Iron Man. Tony Oaks gets into his first attempt. Taking the popper all the way to the ramp, still riding on those front 2 BKT tires. Going into a bit of a combination, just a smooth move on that first attempt, still 1 remaining. Iron Man. Moonwalking this backwards towards the ramp. Combination. Can he save it?
Let's hear it for Tony Oaks in Iron Man. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores. 20 seconds. Let's hear from you.
Fantastic run there from Tony Oaks. You see, on the first attempt, was able to take that popper all the way across the pod. Take a look here at the super glue, glued to the action replay, going all the way across. to the opposite end of the track. Second one goes right back in. Says, so nice, let's see it twice. And then throws it into a moonwalk combination, reversing it up the ramp. I thought he might have been able to save it. Unfortunately, unable to get it. But you see here, reversing it, flipping it, bringing it down. Score to beat, 8.418. And the score for Ironman is... and he takes the lead. 8.640. That is now the score to beat. Jabari, I know you're there with the fans. What you got for us, bud?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of friends here, and, we're going to play a game. We're going to play a helmet shuffle. This is so much fun. All right, boys, you ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, keep your eye on the middle trophy. Watch the helmet. Cover the middle trophy. You got to keep your eye on it, okay? Guess which one it lands under. Here we go. Wait a minute, not there yet. Keep your eye on it. Remove it. Shout if you think you know the answer. Come on, help them out. Did you see?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
2.
He says 2.
3.
He says 3. What do you guys think back here? Wow, everybody is saying 1. You want to stick with 2 and 3? You're going to go with 1.
1.
Oh, wow. Okay, they're going to change. They're going to go with 1. There it is right there. Thanks for playing the helmet shuffle.
Your next competitor, all the way from Orlando, Florida, Bari Moosauer, Black Panther. And Bari says he needs a little bit more time, so we're moving on to our next competitor while he gets set. So switching it up, her first time competing in Australia, Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash.
Something fell off her truck.
Goes for the first attempt there, Jamie Sullivan. Sparkle Smash trying to get into a popper. Switching up to the opposite end of the stadium. So can she pull off the second maneuver in Amy Park? Let's find out. And she does.
Let's hear for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Locking those scores now.
Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, gets the popper on the second attempt, and then a beautiful moonwalk going all the way across the ramp. You see there on the super glue, glued to the action replay, puts it in reverse, gets a great drive off, probably executed that the best out of all the drivers so far today, stays on all 4 BKT tires. How will that first attempt affect this run, though? Trying to beat a score of 8.640. And the score for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, is 7.399. That is good enough for 5th place currently in this competition. And like a 1.5 point difference there between the expert score and the judging score. So it does affect it. Once again, out comes the JCB Dirt Squad and our USHOA safety officials going to get her a jump. Lindsay, what are we seeing out there behind the scenes? Because we've been seeing a ton of action. We got anything for us, Lindsay?
Thanks, Ray. Yeah, you know, I don't currently have the crew chief of Sparkle Smash next to me, but what I've been hearing from the entire crew is that each one of our Monster Jam trucks are dealing with some battery issues. So we saw it on Thor, we saw it on Son of a Digger, of course. We saw it a lot there with Cynthia Gauthier in Thor, and that's just something that is going to be coming down to the fact that these trucks were shipped over here quite a bit ago. So like I mentioned earlier, you know, if you've sat your car for a while, you need it to start, and that also, when you do get your car started, you're going to need to make sure that it's running for a good period of time. So Sparkle Smash was running for quite a bit of time over here. They were trying to get it to be charged by that alternator as well. It's a good alternator inside of that Monster Jam truck. So still having some issues. I'm going to go ahead and peek, see what we can find out.
And it looks like he's ready to go this time around. Please welcome Bari Musauer, Black Panther. Bari taking his time, saying hello to all the fans here in Melbourne. His 9th time competing in Australia. International Series veteran, and I'm excited to see what he has for this run. We saw Adam Anderson do some donuts. That's what Bari's known for. Does he go into a donut run? Yes, he does. Here we go.
Let's hear it for Bari Musauer in Black Panther. Scoring is open, 20 seconds on the clock. Let us know what you think. 20 seconds.
Switches it up from the opposite end of Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, who did that donut run. Bari says, anything you can do, I can do better. If you ain't spinning, you ain't winning. Who has the higher donut score run in this competition? Textbook donuts there from Bari. Even gets into a cyclone. Picking up speed and plenty of rotations. Score to beat 8.640. And the score for Black Panther is 7.917. Good enough for 3rd place currently in this competition. Tony Oak's Ironman has been able to hang on, but coming up next, well, you have Blake Granger, El Toro Loco. Blake Granger with the popper. He's moonwalking backwards. Can he get over this ramp? Combination move from the front tires to the back tires with a wheelie combination. Combination move there from Blake Granger. Still has 1 attempt remaining. It's El Toro Loco. Goes right back to the popper. 12,000 pounds, balancing, riding it down once again. Blake just making it look smooth out there.
Make some noise for Blake Granger, El Toro Loco. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's lock in those scores now.
Two great attempts out there on the track. Blake Granger hit that same ramp both times. That seemed to be the spot to be. Blake makes his way out of the truck saying, "What's up?" to the fans out here in Melbourne. Fired up. This has a great chance to get to the top spot. Trying to take out Ironman. 8.640 is the score to beat. He was able to take out Tony Oaks in the racing competition. Does he do it here? The score for El Toro Loco is... he does it, 8.734. That is your new leader in this competition and the driver to beat. But coming up next, it's the driver that took him out in the JCB Racing Finals. Can she go back-to-back competition victories? Cynthia Gauthier, Thor. Quick popper into a moonwalk combination on the same ramp we saw Blake Granger, El Toro Loco hit. That is the first attempt from Cynthia Gauthier. She has one attempt remaining. Goes into a bicycle combination.
Let's hear for Cynthia Gauthier and Thor. Let's see what you guys think here in Australia. Scoring is open 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores.
Cynthia Gauthier trying to get into that bicycle combination on that second attempt. We'll take a look at the first one. You see the popper and does a quick moonwalk, just bringing a bit of the dirt up off the track. So some theatrics there for Thor. Second attempt was that bicycle maneuver. Unfortunately, hit the obstacle she was going over. Score to beat 8.734 El Toro Loco. And the score for Thor is... which means that your winner in the Kmart Skills Competition, El Toro Loco, Blake Granger. Finished second in JCB Racing and says, you know what, let me go ahead and get to the top of the competition board this time around. Finishes with the top score of 8.734. Blake just fired up there. He's a driver that always brings the energy, always plays to the crowd, and always delivers. Makes it look easy in that run. Probably had the best two attempts out there on the track. And let's go ahead and catch up with Blake out there.
Thanks, Ray. Blake, congratulations. You went out there. I looked at my camera guy and I said, you want to make sure you've got this on camera because this guy is about to wow these fans. I did say it in a few more words, but nonetheless, that was absolutely fantastic. You go out here and you just innovate. You do things that just, you make it look easy. Does it feel easy behind the wheel for you at this point in your career?
Man, easy or not, I'm just having so much fun wheeling this El Toro Loco Monster Jam truck to be back here in Australia, having a good time right here with all you beautiful Monster Jam fans. That's all that matters to me right now. You know, we took the International Championship the last few years in a row. And now all of a sudden we got all these new athletes coming in trying to take us down. They said it in their pre-show interview. This is my house, baby. We went to the finals in racing. We just took the two-wheel skills challenge, and we're not stopping now. We're World Finals Freestyle champion, and the best is yet to come. Are you guys having fun right here in Monster Jam? Let me hear you.
And Blake, you're exactly right. It only gets better. Those amazing two-wheel skills was only getting you warmed up for freestyle. You mentioned that World Finals Championship. Is that something when you were just young in your career that you knew would eventually be attached to your name?
Man, it was a dream, and like I tell every kid, including my own, you have to believe in yourself, and you got to go out there and get it. No one's going to hand it to you. No one's going to give it to you. If you want something, only you can go out there and earn it, and that's the best part about Monster Jam. That's the best part about this whole world, is you believe in yourself, you chase your dreams, and you're standing right here in Australia. Two-wheel skills winner, World Finals champion, having a good old time in Australia. But hey, like I said, we're not done yet. We're in El Toro this year, Max D last year, Monster Mud Dalmatian in America. It don't matter what truck's on that body. You're going to get the best out of me every single time I come out here because you guys spent your hard-earned money to support Monster Jam, and that's what it's all about. Let me hear you guys one more time. Let's go. Woo!
Give it up one more time for Blake Granger, El Toro Loco.
Well, you saw Cynthia Gauthier take the JCB Racing competition and answering right back. Yeah, Blake Granger taking the Kmart Skills competition win. It's a battle out there in between the points. We have ourselves a close event today. But, of course, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. For now, it is officially halftime. Feel free to head to the concession stands, pick up a snack, or stop by the merch stands. Pick up the latest Monster Jam Spin Master. Don't worry, we'll be back with some more Monster Jam action. That is coming up next. And, of course, we have the stars of FMX. It's all coming up here after halftime. It is officially a break, so go ahead, head out there, and we'll see you back soon in the second half of Monster Jam.
Monster Jam! Monster Jam Smash and Bash Smash Bot! Who will win? Bring it on! Megalodon! Smash! Bash! Repair! El Toro Loco smashes the bot's head! Epic damage you can repair! You can raise the ramp! Launch JCB Digatron! Smashbot gets smashed! What an epic Monster Jam battle! Uh-oh! Smashbot's back, and JCB Digatron's on the attack! Boom! Winner! Monster Jam Smash and Bash Smashbot playset comes with JCB Digatron. Additional trucks sold separately. Adult assembly required.
Oh, yeah, these guys are going one more time. Braden Sanderson all the way from Salt Lake City. From Phoenix, Arizona, we got Jared LaRue. Coming up, Rye Davis. And let's hear it from the man right here from Melbourne, Australia, Cam Sinclair. How about that round of applause here for our FMX riders? Oh yeah, it's not done just yet. Right now, this is our FMX Best Trick competition. Each rider will have one attempt to do their best trick while in midair. Now it's going to be up to you guys here in Australia to go to judgeszone.com and score for these riders. You guys ready? Let me hear you.
Oh, yeah, they sound ready to me, so let's go ahead and get this competition going. Your first competitor makes a noise for Braden Anderson. Braden Anderson coming all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah. Of course, that's where Monster Jam World Finals is being held. Can you bring a World Finals performance?
Wow, let us know. Braden right there, judgeszone.com. Head there right now, y'all. 20 seconds on the clock.
You know, Jabari, I'm up here in the booth, but it looks like it's pretty fun down there. You got a cool view of all these maneuvers,
man.
Oh,
this is the best view in the house right here. Let me tell you, Ray.
Yeah, well, they can see there on the super glued to the action replay. You might not have the Jabari view, but you do have that beautiful view there on the camera. No hands required. Putting them out to the side with the whip combination. Scores are locked. And the score for Braden Sanderson is 7.138, getting us started in the competition. Coming up next, he's been an FMX rider for almost 20 years. Makes a noise for Jared LaRue. That's right, Jared LaRue coming all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. One of the longest tenured FMX riders and was one of the first international series competitors. Has been over to 40 countries. What's he got?
Woo! Jared LaRue, everybody. Let's head to judgeszone.com. Log in those scores. 20 seconds right now.
Hitting you with a backflip and then taking the foot off as well, but definitely didn't take the foot off the gas, so they do control it with their hands. You see there a little bit of a variation maneuver on that backflip. I've seen a backflip for the first time here. Jared LaRue bringing a great move. Scores are locked, and the score for Jared LaRue is 8.040. That is now the score to beat. Getting to the next competitor. Give it up for Rye Davies. That's right, your next competitor getting ready to hit the track. And something that's cool about these international series, as I said, with the drivers, you also get brand new FMX riders. This is my first time being able to see Rye compete. So let's see what Rye has in store for us. Getting ready to hit that ramp, roll out the red carpet, because here he goes.
Rye Davis with the no-hand backflip. Wow, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores right now.
Yeah, really no hands required. Looking like a roller coaster. Throwing the hands up in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Can't even imagine doing that while flipping. It's a beautiful variation move. Trying to take out that top score of Jared LaRue. Waiting to get your scores in at judgeszone.com. Let's figure out what's going to happen right here. That was a pretty good one down there. Have you ever ridden a dirt bike there, Jabari? Or you just stay on the mic?
You know, I had an issue with fitting on the helmet. I tried, but they need an extra large helmet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the reason. I love it, man. All right, scores are locked. And the score for Rye Davis is Yeah, you got a new leader, 8.568, but it's time for a final competitor. He's all the way from a magical place. Wait a minute, he's from right here, a magical place from Melbourne. It's Cam Sinclair. All right, here he goes, hometown boy, getting ready to hit the whip.
Cam Sinclair, everybody, backflip Indy. 20 seconds on the clock. Let us know what you think, judgeszone.com.
Backflip Indy with a bit of a running man. That's what you call. That's what it looks like to me. A little bit of a running man out there. Bringing the dance moves to the dirt bike action. They're just leveling up right here. Seeing 3 different front flip variations. Is this enough to take the top spot? Scores are tabulating and coming in. Scores are locked. 8.5, the score to beat. And the score for Cam Sinclair is 9.514, which means that your winner in the FMX Best Trick competition is Cam Sinclair.
Ray, you know this thing ain't over yet. Australia, you want some more FMX riders? That's what I'm talking about. It's now time to do something what we called, oh boy, the Monster Jam train. Each rider will go one by one, doing a trick right behind each other, not even stopping the time. Let's go. Okay, Australia, you're a little bit too quiet. If you're ready to see the Monster Jam train, I need everybody to go choo-choo! Ah, yeah! Lining up, each rider going back to back to back, one trick right after another. Let's get this thing going. How about that? Well, hold on 1 second, Australia. I don't think they're quite done yet. You want to see another Monster Jam train? Let's get it. I need everybody's help. Hold on a second, getting lined up. I need everybody, loud as you can. Choo-choo! Wow. Monster Jam train. Hold on. They're not done just yet. I think you guys are a little bit too quiet. Hold on. This section over here, make some noise. Everybody over here now, make some noise. In front of me right here, make some noise. All right, behind me, what you got back here? I need everybody here at Amy Park to go choo-choo! You're beautiful. Let's hear it for our FMX riders. Lindsay is coming to interview our FMX Best Trick competition.
That's right. Make some noise for the boys. Yeah, Braden Anderson, Jared LaRue, Rye Davies, and of course your FMX Best Trick competition winner, the hometown boy, Cam Sinclair. These riders coming from all over the world to be with you here today. Cam Sinclair able to take it in his hometown of Melbourne. So let's go ahead and catch up as he makes his way to Lindsay. Lindsay, I see you there with Cam. How's it going?
Cam, congratulations on your best trick win. We know something like that, you're 75 feet in the air, that it takes so much skill, it takes so much repetition, but it takes a lot of work behind the scenes that these fans don't see. Of course, congratulations. How'd you make it happen?
Oh, thank you so much. And that was, we sort of got pretty lucky with the weather today. It's been beautiful. Like last year, it got rained out, which is a shame, and yesterday it was a bit windy for practice, but it was spot on today. So, stoked to pull it all together. You guys are amazing. I love performing my hometown crowd. It's amazing, and looking forward to the next one.
And we saw a lot of different variations of backflips. We saw some KODs out there, some whips, and some really awesome tricks from you freestyle motocross riders. What do you call your best trick?
Oh, well, I can do a double backflip normally, but need a completely different ramp. But my favourite trick was the one that I won on the Indy year backflip. That's pretty cool. And like I said, I had so much fun, and thanks guys for coming out.
And how long does something like that take for you to be able to essentially get and be able to perform in front of this feeling?
Well, I've been riding bikes for a long time. Since I was 4 years old, I'm now 41. Never thought I'd be doing this at this age, but I still have so much fun riding with my buddies, and especially in front of crowds like this. So it's just amazing to come back. And I have no sign of retiring anytime soon. I'm just going to keep having fun and see where it leads me.
Well, congratulations once again. Thanks for your time. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for your best trick winner.
Yeah! You better move those lights! We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle.
Tony Oaks, Iron Man. $50 seconds left on the clock for Tony Oaks. Iron Man just bringing out everything so far in this run. Beautiful air there, hitting the ramp. 40 seconds remaining. Slowing it down, 30-second mark. Going to see a skills move. Unable to get onto the front tire. Still running. Ten seconds on the clock. Going for the spins.
Let's hear it for Tony Oaks, Iron Man. Scoring is open. JudgesZone.com, 20 seconds. Melbourne, let's lock in those scores.
Tony Oaks, Iron Man, currently second place in the overall point standings here on the BKT leaderboard, just trailing by 3 points. Was trying to slow down and get some technical moves in this run. Kind of reminded me of a bit of X Games or something like that. Seen some technical moves out there, mixing it in with the aggressive riding. So see some nice air, able to get around, but didn't have enough wow factor. We're going to find out. The scores are locked, and the score for Iron Man is 7.217 as we have kicked off Monster Jam Freestyle. He began competing in 2014, making his return here. It's Michael Vaughters Jr., the Amazing Spider-Man. Just under the halfway point here for Michael Vaughters Jr. battling his way up this leaderboard. He's currently in last place, adding some flair here in the run. A slap really kind of coming down on the side of those BKT tires. Gonna need some big maneuvers to work up this leaderboard. Does he have it in him? Michael. 30 seconds remaining, still enough time to add to this run. Down to the 20-second mark. Ping-ponging back and forth on the track, one side of the stadium to the other. Five seconds remaining.
Let's hear it for Michael Vaughters Jr. in the amazing Spider-Man. Scoring is open, 20 seconds, locking those scores right now.
That run also had a little bit of everything there for the amazing Spider-Man. Back and forth throughout the stadium, getting some nice air, some nice combinations, slap wheelies, even come down on the side of those BKT tires for almost some mini bicycle runs, it seemed. Was it enough to get to the top spot? 7.217 score to beat. And the score for Michael Vaughters Jr. is... You got a new leader, 7.255, just taking the lead there from Ironman. So Spider-Man is the driver on top of the leaderboard. But coming up next, all the way from Christmas, Florida, it's Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Jamie Sullivan living this run on the edge. Thought she might have gone over twice. 80 seconds on the clock. So much time left in this run, and she comes out swinging from the jump. .60 seconds halfway through this run. Great distance there on that maneuver. 45 seconds on the clock. Under the 30-second mark for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. That body of that Monster Jam truck all over the track. 15 seconds remaining. Just under the 10-second mark. Is she done? She is done. That means scoring is officially open. Just leaving 7 seconds on the clock, but out comes Jamie Sullivan from that Monster Jam truck to say hello to you fans out there. and just leaving pieces of Sparkle Smash all over the track. You see on the super glue, glued to the action replay. Well, she lost her nose there, but she still knew where to go on that run. And out comes our USHRA safety officials and squad to help us clear some of the track. A great run there from Jamie. Started out super aggressive. See parts flying. She's bringing the energy, just tearing it up. Scored to beat a 7.72 or 7.255, and the score for Sparkle Smash is, you got a new leader, 7.573. Jamie Sullivan, enough to get to the top of the leaderboard in this competition. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. 7.573. Jamie Sullivan jumps ahead of the amazing Spider-Man. Michael Vonners Jr. bumps down to second with a 7.255. In third place, Tony Oaks Ironman, a 7.217. So Jamie Sullivan starts off very strong in that run and able to jump over those competitors. Still have more competitors remaining as we're just in 3 drivers of Monster Jam Freestyle. But you go from someone who's competing in Australia for the first time to an Australian Tour veteran. He's been competing since 1987. Does he have the dance moves to get to the top of the leaderboard? I'm talking about the Chucky dance from Charlie Parkin. Put those fins together for Megalodon. Charlie Parkin hitting huge air 3 times in a row, slows it down with a technical move, slowing it down one more time. Slap wheelie combination under the halfway point in this run.
Woo! Charlie Parkin there in Megalodon. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com, 20 seconds.
Charlie Parkin, 45 seconds left on the clock, but he didn't let a second go by in that run. That wasn't a wow moment. Driving with aggression. Big air. Mommy Ohio in the house, and Charlie says, what's going on, Melbourne? Leaving it all on the line. Will this play out? He did leave a lot of time on the clock. 45 seconds. You have to beat a score of 7.573. Charlie's dancing. Will he still be dancing? The score for Megalodon is... Keep on dancing, Chucky. 7.912. Hitting with the dance moves and hitting with the new lead. He is the driver to beat. Lindsay, this has been fun. How's it going for you?
We're having fun over here as well, but there hasn't been a lot of breakage, and I do not want to jinx it because our technicians, like I said, are the hardest working in the world. You guys had a late night last night making sure that every single truck was in tip-top shape, making sure all those bodies were on, and it takes a lot of work to make sure that they look like this.
Yes, we came to Australia to show out and make sure everyone here was ready to see monster trucks do crazy stuff, and here we are. Last night we had a late night making sure everything was in tip-top shape for you guys, and honestly I'm having a blast. I came from arenas, and this is amazing to see all the drivers just have a blast on the stadium floors. I'm happy you guys are enjoying it too.
And of course, you know, you being the crew chief here for JCB Digatron, that is a big name to represent. Does that offer any pressure for you as a crew chief?
Absolutely. This is one of our most important trucks right now, and I'm really proud they gave me an opportunity to run with it. I can't wait to see Matt burn down the track in it.
And lastly, you know, you're sitting here and you're cheering yourself. You're a fan yourself. What's your favorite part of Monster Jam?
Honestly, just watching them go crazy during the stadiums. I love it.
Well, we love it as well. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for my king and the rest of your crew.
Thank you so much, Lindsay, and of course to all of our crew behind the scenes, keeping us safe, keeping us going, and put in that hard work. As you said, they were here late last night, and what we were saying earlier was that Monster Jam is all over. Their international series is also happening in Mexico City, Mexico. You see the results there. You have Cody Saucier Dragon take the racing victory. Fernando Martinez, the third-year competitor, JCB Digatron, takes the skills victory. And then Colt Stevens Thunderoris walks away with a freestyle win. And the overall event winner of that competition was Cody Saucier Dragon, a consistent driver, extremely technical, always a fierce competitor. In racing, you saw that play out today. And whenever you have someone who has consistency across the board, walking away with the victory, that is in Mexico City, Mexico, the other international series of Monster Jam International. All your favorite Monster Jam trucks can be taken home with you thanks to the only authentic line of Monster Jam toys, brought to you by Spin Master. Bring all the action home with toys including Mini Scorpion playset, the Supercharged Speedway playset, and assorted sizes of authentic to scale Monster Jam die-cast trucks. Crush it, crash it, jam it, Monster Jam. Shop Monster Jam toys at Kmart. This man has been competing since 2009. He's the Guinness World Record holder for the most donut spins. You have Barry Moosauer, Black Panther. Beautiful slap wheelie combination on that first attempt. Gets almost 90 degrees vertical on the BKT tire. Over 100 seconds remaining is Black Panther. Another slap wheelie combination. Other side of the track. Barry Moosauer flying around. 70 seconds remaining. That's three fantastic slap wheelies there from Barry Moosauer. 50 seconds, just under it left on the clock. Barry just driving all over this track, using all obstacles. What else does he have planned for us? Spinning it around again. And I think we might see it for the first time. Lining it up. Morgan to Morgan backflip. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Barry, time to add to this run. Do we see another slap wheelie, or does he slow it down? 15 seconds.
here for Barry Moosauer in Black Panther. Scoring is open. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores right now.
What's going on, Barry? Hanging out all the winter to say hello to you guys. Nighttime here in Australia. Perfect for the Black Panther. 9 laps for the Cat. Nighttime in Australia. He hits you with a Morgan and Morgan backflip. Take a look, super glued to the action replay. Eyes it, tries it, buys it. Hits him with that Morgan and Morgan backflip at 25 seconds. And of course, during their run, hits you with a multitude of slap wheelies. When we said consistency is key, he's one of the drivers that brings it. The score to beat, a 7.912. And the score for Black Panther is... You got a new leader, 8.710. Black Panther, Barry Moosauer is in the house, bringing a little bit of that Orlando, Florida magic all the way to Melbourne. He is the driver to beat. But coming up next, this driver joining us just for this weekend only. So you get to catch him here in Melbourne. Give it up for Matt Cody, JCB Digatron. Score to beat there for Matt Cody is 8.710. Black Panther. And trying to figure out what's going on up there on the track. You take a look at the video board. Out came all of his crew. All of the crew from all the different teams running down. So trying to figure out what happened. But it looks like they have them ready to go, clearing the track. Give those guys a round of applause, how quick they move, all coming from different teams to work together to keep this event going. And it looks like he's ready to hit the track. He's fired up. The engine's ready. Matt Cody, JCB Digatron. He's halfway through this run. 60 seconds have ticked by. Matt Cody throwing pieces everywhere. Looking like a junkyard out there on the track. He's not slowing down. .40 seconds remaining. He's slowing it down here right now. Does he line it up opposite end of the backflip ramp? Morgan to Morgan. Backflip. Huge air. 25 seconds remaining. Clock is paused, and Jabari, I think that'll do it for him.
Oh, yeah. Head to judgeszone.com for Matt Cody, JCB Digatron. 20 seconds on the clock.
That was sick. That was awesome, man. He was flying all over that track. If you take a look around, there's so many JCB pieces. As I said, looked like a junkyard. That was awesome. Matt Cody had some major air coming out for that first maneuver, and from there he was off to the races. Had the Morgan and Morgan backflip, 25 seconds pause on the clock, and also had some huge air coming down. Scores are locked. Score to beat an 8.718. And the score for Matt Cody, JCB Digatron, is 8.631, still a great score, but leaving 25 seconds on the clock, unable to run it out, and that comes back to affect his score. Bari Musauer, Black Panther, able to hang on to that lead, but a great run from Matt Cody just leaves too much time on the clock, and Bari Musauer, Black Panther, remains at the top of the leaderboard with an 8.710. Matt Cody, JCB Digatron moves into that second place spot with an 8.631 and bumps down Charlie Pocken. Charlie Pocken had that great run but left 45 seconds on the clock. That leaves him with a 7.912. And Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, currently in fourth with a 7.573. You see, we are 6 trucks in. That means we still have 4 trucks remaining. You saw her take the first competition win. It's time for the Goddess of Thunder, all the way from Canada, Cynthia Gauthier, Thor. Just under the halfway point during this run, Cynthia Gauthier currently tied in the 4th place spot. She's going to need some big maneuvers here to work up the leaderboard and have a shot for this BKT overall event win. Slowing it down right here, just lining up these maneuvers. Beautiful slap wheelie combination. Off goes the hood. She says, I don't need it. I'm going to keep running. 30 seconds remaining for Thor. 15 seconds on the clock. Does she have time to add to this run? Bringing it around, looking for some big air. 10 seconds. Combination! Cynthia Gauthier and Thor. Scoring is open. Wow, judgeszone.com. 20 seconds. What do you think about that, Ray? Oh, I thought that was fantastic. That was magnificent. However you want to call it, that was fun, man. I thought she was done with her run, and she says, I'm going to get a great combination move. And we'll see if we have it on the super glued to the action replay, but it came on her last jump. She had great distance and then throws it into a combination going on the front tires, a popper maneuver. Score to beat is 8.710, and the score for Thor is good enough for 3rd place at 8.237. Cynthia Gauthier been having herself a day. Make some noise for Thor out there on the track. 3rd place in this competition. Bari Musauer, this is your top 3 so far. He's hanging on with an 8.710. Matt Cody just coming up a bit short, 8.631. JCB Digatron's in 2nd. And then Cynthia Gauthier says, you know what, I'll get in on the fun. She's currently sitting at the 3rd place spot, 8.237 for Cynthia Gauthier. Thor, as we still have 3 trucks remaining in Monster Jam Freestyle. 5-time World Finals champion. First time in Australia since 2016. Competing from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. Huge air from Adam after doing the donuts, making Melbourne look like the outback, kicking up all that dirt, brought the desert right here to Melbourne. 70 seconds remaining in this run. Slap wheelie combination. Get on those back BKT tires. He's halfway through this thing. Do we see a classic of Adam Anderson freestyle? Gets a wheelie across the track, 50 seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining on the clock. Donuts to the other side, stopping right in front of JCB, hits the brakes, bumps him, says get out of the way. 15 seconds remaining in this run. What else do you have for us? Can he still keep going? He has one more.
Let's hear it for Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. 20 seconds on the clock. Scoring is open. What did you think? Let us know. JudgesZone.com.
Adam Anderson. He's getting in on the fun as well. That run had everything in it. The donuts that he brought, textbook, was just speeding around the track. Huge air, distance on some of those jumps, just showing you that he's able to pull off any maneuver that he wants at any time. Now, he did fourth hold the Morgan & Morgan backflip, so how will that play out? The score to beat is at 8.710. The score for Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, is 8.586. Good enough for third place in this competition, but give it up for the 20-year Monster Jam veteran, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. He's currently at top of the leaderboard, leading all competitors by 3 points. Can he walk away with the overall event victory? Blake Granger, El Toro Loco. Huge air there from El Toro Loco. Blake Granger, just under 100 seconds remaining. He has all the time in the world. 61 seconds on the clock. They're going to pause that clock there at the 59-second mark. Look at Blake inside the truck. Keeps telling y'all to get loud, throwing his hands up and down. Blake can hear you guys. Remember, the louder you are, the higher they fly. Blake feeds off the energy. That's his moment. Out here comes our USHRA safety officials to clear the track. we might have a second El Toro Loco. I don't want to get a mini El Toro Loco out here on the track. They're throwing it on top of the truck. Give it up for USHRA safety officials. Keeping us safe, keeping us going, clearing that track. And off they drive, 59 seconds on the clock. Blake in first place in the overall point standings. We saw huge air. You see him moving those hands up and down, saying he needs some noise. Once we clear that track, he's going to refire. Keep it going. And it looks like that track is clear. This man's all the way from Lafayette, Louisiana, competing since 2017. Blake Granger, El Toro Loco. 25 seconds remaining in this run for Blake Granger. He's driving hard out there. Has some huge air that he's been hitting. Slowing it down. Do we see a Morgan backflip? 15 seconds. Morgan backflip. The tire goes with it. BKT tire. You see all the air deflate out of that thing with that huge flip. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. But you see this man already has his helmet off. That means he's going to come out and say hello to you guys. So give it up for Blake Granger. El Toro Loco. He said this feels like a hometown stadium for him. He was saying that earlier, international series competitor. Been out here 3 years in a row. Lafayette, Louisiana in the house, putting together a great run. Leaves a little bit of time on the clock, just 5 seconds, but how will that play out? The score to beat, 8.710. Score to beat, and the score for El Toro Loco is, put him at the top, 8.930. That is your new leader in this competition. And take a look at the track. They're giving him a parade lap out there. He says, horns up. El Toro Loco is the driver to beat. But he's going to have to hold off this man. 5-time World Finals champion. Been competing since 2010. Ryan Anderson. Son of a digger. Just under the halfway point for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Saw a big air from Ryan on one of his jumps. Still time to add to this run. 45 seconds remaining. He's great maneuvers there around the track. Under 40 seconds. A combination tail whip into the front tires. Just adding some technicality. Drifting around the obstacle, kicking up the dirt. 20 seconds on the clock. Ten seconds remaining for Ryan. He has one more chance at another maneuver. What's he do? Going to a bicycle. Scoring is now open.
I tell you, Ryan Anderson, everybody, let's hear it. Son of a digger. Scoring is open. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores. It's up to you, Australia.
Not bad, Jabari. I got excited, man. I was watching that intently. You walked up right beside me, man. You sounded great out there today, brother. I appreciate you. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, leaving it all on the track you see there. And also, it was interesting how this might have played out. If you look at the backflip ramp, you see that El Toro Loco and JCB Digatron kind of boxing out that backflip ramp. He might have had it planned, but unable to pull it off because of those trucks. So let's find out. The scores are locked. Score to beat 8.710, and the score for Son of a Digger is an 8.239, which means that your winner in Monster Jam Freestyle is El Toro Loco. He also takes the BKT Overall Event Championship, 9 in JCB Racing, 10 in Skills, walks away as a winner in Freestyle, an event total of 29. And that means he's going home as your BKT Overall Event Champion. I said it earlier. He said this feels like a home crowd for him. He feels like a hometown boy out here. His second home. Coming all the way from Lafayette, Louisiana. If you take a look down there on the track, Blake's already set up, man. He felt good about this coming in here today. Just one of those drivers that makes it look easy on the track, but I guarantee you, all the stuff he's pulling off out there is not easy to do. Lindsay, we want to talk to him again, so let's go to catch up. Blake Granger, El Toro Loco.
Thanks so much, Ray. Congratulations to Blake Granger and Team El Toro Loco on grabbing the first overall event championship here today, and of course here for the Australian Tour. You know, you kind of called it here. You're tired of being the underdog. You're showing who's boss. Talk to us about it.
Man, you know, I knew coming into Australia last year was rough. Max D, man, it was the end of the road for that truck, and with the mud and the rain, we couldn't keep the truck running, and I kept missing event after event. I kept shutting off in the middle of freestyle, and I was not going to come back to Australia and leave that sour taste in my mouth and all you amazing Monster Jam fans' mouth. So that's how you come back rare. Redemption. It doesn't matter what truck we're driving. We're here for one reason, and that's all you beautiful Monster Jam fans. That's what Monster Jam's all about.
And of course, Monster Jam is all about family as well. You can look around right now, and there are so many Australian families that have been watching you, your career, not only in the States. They saw you watch that, grab that World Finals championship, but also they're watching you here, some going to Sydney as well. What does that feel like? Is it really full circle for you?
It's definitely full circle, man. It's a dream come true to be right here, 10,000 miles away from home, and to have so many people in the stands and the pit party line come up to me excited to see me. Doesn't matter what body's on that truck. That's what means something to me. I don't have anybody that's going to sit there and help me win. I got to go out there and get it every time I touch the track. But I know I got you guys to support right there sitting in the stands, and that means more to me than anybody on that truck, is that when I come back and I show up in Australia, and we will be back next year, that you guys know that we're going to lay it all down on the track for each and one of you Monster Jam fans. But hey, if you guys have fun at Monsters, let me hear you guys scream one more time. Woo!
Well, congratulations to Blake Granger, El Toro Loco, hitting you with a Ric Flair woo at the end.
Somebody was happy.
Jabari, this is fun, man. First time getting to work with you. I want to say, You sound great on the mic. I'm not used to someone having such a deep voice.
You too. You have a deep voice.
We'll just keep going lower and lower. No, but thank you so much for having us. We still have another event later tonight, so if you want to come on back, we'd love to see you. Be safe heading home, and of course, we'll also see you next year as well. For myself, I'm Ray Variel. I got Jabari Thomas in the house. We had Lindsay Noble out there behind the pits keeping us updated, and that was Monster Jam.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party